What's up, guys? Tim here. Check it out. It is still January the 5th. It's just the evening now, and I'm out for another quick walk because the Dolphins game doesn't matter. They might not even win, but even if they do, the Broncos are kicking the Chiefs' butts, and so it was to be expected. We're not making the playoffs, but that has nothing to do with anything. I'm just figured since instead of sitting around watching the football game, I'd take a quick walk around the neighborhood and make another video. So we're gonna call this day 5.5. How about that? So something really cool today in the town the city, whatever that I go to church in, which is about 45 minutes or so from my actual house where I live, but it's where I like to attend, and so that's where I go. And just around the corner from there's another church. There's lots of churches actually in all around this area, but there's another church around the corner that actually Russell Brand, the comedian, actor, whatever you want to call him, spoke at. The ex Katy Perry, as it were, right? He spoke there today, and I saw a lot of people kind of giving flack to him in the on the social medias and stuff about, he's a washed up actor, so now he's making the church rounds claiming to be a Christian, and or whatever, all these different things that people were saying and stuff, and it's hey, I get it. It's like, this guy's been a Christian, been saved for like 8 months or something, right? He got saved and found Jesus and all that stuff back in like April of 2024. So not even a full year yet. But you know what? This is a guy who has a platform. He has a following of people. He's well known. And he found Jesus. And I listened to his message that he gave today at the church. And you know what? It felt very genuine. Didn't feel like he was just there speaking to speak. It didn't feel like he was, I don't even know if he I don't think he even got paid in any sort of manner. The story is that he was visiting down here. We live in a tourist area. He was visiting, and someone that attends that church met him in a random store in a tourist area of our tourist town of our area, and was like, hey, you should come to our church. And so they exchanged phone numbers, and the rest is history. They scheduled him to come to their church, which is like super cool. That's exactly how it should go. That was loud. But I think the reason I wanted to bring it up is because this guy is an actor. So like, there's obviously people that are like, well, maybe he's just acting, right? And then there's going to be people from the non-Christian world that are like, oh yeah, he's just going out there trying to take advantage, or whatever, all these different things. And that's definitely been shown up online, right? But I've been following him and his journey for a little while, and I'm no expert or anything by any means, but it feels genuine. It feels like he really experienced Jesus, and he is really trying to bring people to the kingdom. And that's amazing. It's so cool, man, because this is a guy that was addicted to drugs and alcohol and sex and all this stuff, and just doing everything the world had to offer, right? And decided to give all of that stuff up, essentially. He's happily married now with children. He's a family man, all this different stuff. And it's like, people want to give him crap for making a change in his life. And that seems crazy. That seems wild to me. I don't get it. I don't understand why people would talk down at someone because they wanted to make a positive change in their life, and then express that positive change and tell the story of that positive change to other people. So I say all that to say, if you have been following his journey at all, or if you haven't, or if you just don't care one way or the other, I encourage you, go check out his Twitter, is where he posts a lot of stuff, and YouTube. I follow him on Twitter. But go online and look up Oceans Church, Destin, Florida, and watch their live video from today. You can skip through all the worship and stuff if you don't want to watch that. And you just want to watch the message, that's fine. But go watch it, because it was a really good message. One of the things that was really cool, and I kind of laughed at it, and also was like, isn't that exactly how God works? That he talked about was when he was filming scenes for the TV show Ballers, which was an HBO show. It had Dwayne Johnson in it, and a bunch of other people, but it was about football, and he was in the show. Jonathan Rumi, who plays Jesus in The Chosen, was his stand-in actor, right? So what that means is when they're preparing to film scenes, they have a stand-in come in and kind of go do the scene for you, so they know where to put lights and where to do all this stuff, and et cetera, et cetera. And he made the comment of Jesus was his stand-in. And I was like, isn't that true for all of us? That's exactly right. And I was like, man, how to the point and specific and et cetera, did God have to be with him to get him to see the signs that God had been giving him, right? God was like, no, literally, the guy who's going to play Jesus in The Chosen, essentially, is your stand-in in this show. Jesus is your stand-in. He's taking your place, right? And I was like, that's so brilliant. It's so beautiful. And there's a lot of cool stories in his talk today. So if I can find the link to their Facebook, which I should be able to do, I'll put it in notes in the comment on the video. But you should really watch it. It was really cool. But I think I say all that to say, don't be so quick to judge, right? This is a guy that most of the world knows as a drug-addicted sex fiend who was, cheating on his girlfriend or his wife, or I don't know if him and Katy Perry were married or whatever, that she was so, fed up with him that she left, and, all this different stuff. And she's not perfect either, so, who is she to judge? But point being, who's completely turned around. He's completely made a 180 in his life, going the complete opposite direction of where he was going before. And he just wants to tell everybody so that they can come along. He just wants to tell people that you can do it too, right? And that's awesome to me. So, I'll put the link in the notes. Go check it out. Russell Brand at Oceans Church in Destin, Florida. And I love you guys. God bless you. And I'll talk to you later.